Hello, Miss Natural.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing real good. Thank you for joining me on this 100 show.
Yeah, my pleasure, definitely.
So let's go ahead and begin, Miss Natural. You're one of my favorite peoples I've interviewed throughout the 100 shows. Um,
Awesome.
and your style, your presence, your longevity. You've been in business for over a decade. Um,
It makes me sound old, huh?
Hey,
Oh,
let's put it this way. You're like a fine wine. You get better with age. You know.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah. So at this point of your career, all you have done, all you accomplished, how are you feeling right now?
uh, Not bad. I mean, the knees and back are still holding up, so I'm pretty happy with that. Can't complain.
So
Can't complain.
I read on your face profile you got a lot of things coming up. You got some matches. Why
Mhm.
don't you go ahead and talk about at least the matches you have coming up in the coming weeks?
Oh man, actually right now I'm back home in Minnesota and I'm actually going to be here this weekend watching quite a few of the guys that are my buddies and everything. They're going to be working on Jerry Lynn's show. So I'm just going to be hanging out watching. Man, I actually got the next 2 weekends off, or this weekend and next weekend off. Next weekend I'm going to be going down to Springfield, Missouri to hang out with Matt Riviera watching his traditional championship wrestling. He's got an amazing product, and I've had the honor of working for him too. So I mean, he's just got a great company, great mind, very professional setup there. Darn, I gotta think of what I got going on. Hold on, I gotta actually look at my Facebook where I got all my information on if it wants to cooperate with me
Hey,
because
take your
it's not.
time. Take your time. Technology blows sometimes. It definitely does.
I know, and then on top of it, I just got this Samsung Galaxy 3. Like I had the iPhone 4,
Mm-hmm.
and which I mean, I really love the iPhone, but I was hanging out with Derek King back in January, and I saw his iPhone 5, and yeah, it wasn't as big as I thought it was gonna be a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Isn't that every woman's dream right there?
Wow.
Sorry, probably inappropriate, but
No, it's okay.
ah,
It's not a problem. We're no FCC show around here. If you feel the need to curse, go right ahead. I mean, it don't matter to me.
nice.
No one's control of me. Damn it. So you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
Um,
I haven't had enough beer in for me to. Well, I don't know. I can drop the f bomb a lot. You know what? My phone's not working for me, and I can't see my schedule. That stinks. I mean, I can. I haven't got the phone call yet for Shimmer, but I'm holding those dates aside. So once I get the phone, I'm anticipating a phone call to go back in April, and hopefully make a debut in AAW in Chicago as well. I mean, that would be great. So I'm trying to think of what else I got in April. April, I'm working. I'll be working back for Harley Races WOW against facing Stacey O'Brien. I believe they have that big Eldon show, which I think that's the 27th of April. Yeah, it's the 27th of April. Yeah, because the 26th I'll be in Cameron. Oh crud, I can't remember. But yeah, I think the 27th of April is when the Eldon, Missouri show is for Harley, and I'll be facing Stacey O'Brien. Very excited too because Ace Steel will be wrestling again that night too. I love his work. He's an amazing wrestler. He's the one who helped train Punk and Cabana and everything. I mean, just amazing. He's trained amazing workers too. And
and
I wish I could remember.
you sound
Oh, go ahead.
you're accurate. Just to let you know, I'm looking at your calendar as well.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Because I
It's
wasn't sure. Cameron, Missouri. Is that on the 26th? Right, the night before.
That's the 27th.
27th.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got to look at my calendar.
Yeah.
Make sure I got everything straight. I know May 3rd or May 4th and 5th weekend. Trevor Murdoch and myself are going to be flying up to Minnesota and working in northern Minnesota by Duluth. It'll be in Clay for David Sabick, which, I mean, amazing promoter. I mean, he's putting on this huge show. Like I said, this weekend he's on that huge show for Jerry Lynn's retirement thing. So I mean, I mean, he does like I don't know how many shows a year, but they're always big shows, and that's heavy on wrestling. And I'm trying to think. I know Goldust is going to be there, and I believe Shelly Martinez will be there also, along with Trevor Murdoch and myself on that card. So that I look forward to that one for sure. And then I believe like May 11th, I'll be up in South Dakota, Huron, South Dakota for 3XW. And then the weekend after that's my birthday weekend, so I haven't gotten booked for that one, and I might hold off on that weekend because time to spend with my daughter. So all the fun stuff. Yeah, I got a bunch. You know, I'm looking. I think I'm booked up. I got some open weekends, and I want to say like through July. I got quite a few shows going on. I know there's going to be an all-girls show, I believe, May 31st weekend. Yeah. It's May 31st in Charlestown, Indiana, just a little bit north of Louisville, and that's D1W. Madman Pondo, Crazy Mary, they're putting an all-girls show out together. I believe I'm facing Thunder Kitty on that one. And then the next night, shooting back to Kansas City, about 7.5 hours, maybe 8 hours, I don't even know, to Kansas City for Metro Pro Wrestling that next night. So busy. I love it. I love traveling. So I can't say that's the one reason I love this is I've been traveling since I was 19. I started when I was 19. I've been traveling pretty much ever since, and it's one thing that I love to do, absolutely love to do.
To make a long story short, Miss Natural is going to be all over the place within the next few months. So make sure you check out those shows, everybody. Miss Natural is joining me here on Triple Threat Wrestling Radio's 100 show at our new home, Ustream.tv. So, let me ask you this: you mentioned Jerry Lynn. He's pretty much doing like a farewell tour. Like he's done final shows for a couple of companies he's working with. How would you remember Jerry Lynn? He's definitely a guy of his size. He wasn't necessarily the biggest guy, but the guy can pull 5-star matches, and he's done that every field of wrestling he's been through. How would you remember Jerry Lynn?
I mean, just his wrestling ability, all in all. I mean, he's just an amazing wrestler. Actually, just had the pleasure of meeting him. I want to say it was March 1st. That was the first time I ever met him, and I mean, great, very, very a gentleman, But like his wrestling's amazing. He's a great wrestler. I mean, I love. I like guys like Nick Bockwinkel, like Kurt Hennig, because I love the chain wrestling. I'm a huge fan of just old school style. I mean, his wrestling's great. I mean, pretty much how I'm going to remember him because, like I said, I just met him like a month. Oh, wait, what is today? 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, yeah. So, I mean, just his wrestling. It's going to carry on. Everybody looks up to him. I mean, everybody I talk to is just like, he's just a great guy overall.
He will definitely be missed, and I wish him a happy retirement. He's someone that went all in. He performed to the best of his abilities, and he was sensational. And I definitely will miss Jerry. And thank you for the memories, Jerry. You definitely will be missed by all the true wrestling fans. And
definitely.
So you mentioned old school, and I know there's a lot of old school people out there. They love wrestling, they appreciate it. And then you got wrestling today. It's obviously a lot different now than it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. Being that you've been in the wrestling business for quite a while, what do you think is missing from wrestling? Is it like, I don't know, more talent more training schools or
He, oh
what
man,
do you
I
think
could
it's
probably
missing?
rant on this for a while. I was just Actually, I think Trevor Murdoch and I, we just went down to a show in Tennessee last weekend, and oh man, and I was telling him, I mean, he totally agrees too. Wrestling schools nowadays, they let anybody in, anybody in. You know, it's just like there's just some people who don't need to be in this business. You know, I mean, I think it's missing wrestling. You know, it's actually missing wrestling. It's missing the stories. You know, through the wrestling. You know, I mean, not to knock people. Everybody has different styles. Like I was telling Trevor, I said, you know, you go down south, like to Tennessee. You know, I mean, they're more kicks, stomps, chokes. I said, you come up to where we're at, you know, in the Missouri area. I said it's more like Harley style, you know, old school chaining and this and that. You go north, it's more high spots and stuff. I mean, wrestling, it depends because I mean, it's all got its own style now, you know. But I think a lot of it is it's missing the actual wrestling, telling a story, you know, not to see who can do how many, I don't know, pile drivers, how many times and stand up and I don't know. It's just the believability. Man, I don't know if I can pinpoint it, you know, but like it's like what was it? This last December 1st in Eldon, Missouri. You know, Harley had his man watching Ace Steel versus William Regal. They didn't do. I mean, they were old school. I mean, they went a little over 15 minutes. The year before that, they went 28 minutes, and it was amazing. But like, it's kind of hard for a crowd to actually sit through it. And nowadays, I don't know. It just there's a lot of things that are, I don't know. I wish I could pinpoint it, but I'm not really good at explaining things, honestly. I'm a doer.
Hey, I completely understand where you're coming from. I guess like you said, the story. It's like people are more caught up into the quote unquote soap operas than focusing on the match itself. I mean, because that's what it all boils down to. At the end of the day, me as a fan, you as a wrestler and a fan, that's what we all want to see. Like, okay, what's going on? Who's the good guys? Who's the bad guy? Babyface,
Yeah.
heel, and all that stuff. Like, I get the characters and the how they feel about a certain person and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
all that could be good and dandy, but if the wrestling match ain't up to what the storyline is, then it's hard to get it, feel the match, get into it, and
Yeah.
it's hard to get.
Exactly. Like on another thing, I will bash women's wrestling to Kingdom Come. I hate women's wrestling. Absolutely hate it. And watching WWE, the divas, holy shit, they're the fucking drizzling shit. Minus Natalia. I haven't watched WWE product in since July, and Natalia's the only one that can wrestle, and they don't even utilize her. Beth Phoenix, they never utilized her. They always just kind of push them to the side. Girls like Kelly and hell, I don't even know who the hell is there. It's just because they're like tiny, petite little pieces of crap that can go out there. They look cute. I mean, I think they're cuter than hell, but they can't wrestle. And it's just like, seriously, no, everybody knows they're a joke. I mean, I've talked to a lot of the guy wrestlers. I said, every female wrestlers, the ones that can actually work, are usually bigger girls. Like, I mean, I don't want to say bigger girls because, like, Natalia and Beth aren't huge, but, they're, 140 to 155. But they're very fit. They're beautiful women. That's what a lot of guys want to see, too. But they don't push it. They'd rather push the little bimbos that can half-assly work, that don't even have they got in one pinky, I don't know, they have no talent. It's just, I know a lot of the guys that I talk to, they're tired of it. They like the look of Natalia and Beth, and they're beautiful women. They can work. They want to see girls who can work. you know. So it kind of sucks on that part, you know, too. You know, it's just, I think with women wrestling, they don't take those girls serious. They know they're there just to be a TNA show, and that's fine. I mean, I'm not knocking them, but as a wrestler, I mean, first and foremost, I'm a wrestler. I'm not a diva, bimbo walking out there. I know what I'm doing, you know, and I can tell a story. Those girls, if you threw them in the real world on the indie circuit, they won't even know what the hell to do. They won't be able to lead a match, you know, and like portray a story, you know, to the people, because they're just trained to do like 2 minutes worth of moves, you know. The women's division is missing wrestling. That's what I love, like with Alundra Blaze, Victoria, Ivy. Was it Ivy, right?
Ivory. I think.
Ivory. I apologize on that, because those girls. That's what sucks. Like WWE, like wiped all those girls out of there, and it's just like, what the hell are you doing? These women, they're strong, they're beautiful, they can work. You know, it's just like now the Divas division is, well, what they named it, Divas. I don't know. That's what I think with women's wrestling. It's just a joke. I mean, I will. You can ask anybody. I mean, I got my ass beat by guys that were, you know, like Trevor size, 6'2", 240 pounds. I mean, I learned to work like a man, but I feel like I'm semi-feminine enough to have that sexuality also. I mean, I think it's like, you know, Beth and Natalia. They have the sexuality, but they have the, you know, the wrestling ability at the same time. And that's what the women's division needs. It's totally missing that. That's why I like TNA, ever since TNA came around. I mean, those girls, I worked with Sojo, ODB, Tracy Brooks, Angelina Love. You know, I worked with all those girls. They're beautiful women, and they can wrestle. You know, that's why I've always been a big fan of TNA over WWE when it came to that, because they know how to work, they know how to tell a story, and they're beautiful. You know, but TNA, WWE, it's like, okay, you got beautiful women running around who don't know a damn thing. And that's what I think that's missing in the women's division. I mean, I've been all over on the indie circuit, and man, it's hard to find a girl who can actually wrestle. You know, that's why I like going up to Shimmer. You know, I was very fortunate to get a call. You know, talk to Dave and everything, talking about coming back and everything. And I mean, the girls up there, they have the knowledge, you know, and it's great because you have so many different styles on top of that, which is awesome.
I hear you, Reverend Natural. I hear you. For each. You know, do you think the reason, you know, not just WWE, but I guess any other company, you have these petite ladies, you know, they look good, but they don't pull moves off the way that those on the indie circuit. You think it's because of lack of training? Is it because maybe they weren't trained longer, or do you think
it's just probably because they just thought they were pretty, and they'd be like, hey, you want to train? You want to be a wrestler? Okay. And then they're like, it's one of those things like, this is something that I want, you know, so I'm going to put forth the effort to gain as much knowledge. Those girls, it's just given to them, you know, so it's just like, I can be a pretty face out there and do like 5 moves, you know, the magical 5 move set, you know, and just do their thing, go back and pretend that they're a wrestler, you know. I mean, I hate women's wrestling. Lord, do I hate it. There's, I mean, there's, like I said, like Shimmer women, Shine women, you know, the TNA girl, most of the TNA girls, I mean, they bust their ass, you know, like Trish Stratus, actually, I tell people she's probably the only girl that I give kudos to from crossing over and breaking that bridge, you know, not just being a bimbo going, you know, look at, she actually, I mean, she comes from a very athletic background, and I thought she did an amazing job, you know, becoming a wrestler and everything. I mean, she's, like, she really, I think, to me, she took pride in what she did, you know, and she wanted to learn and everything, and she became a really good wrestler.
I definitely appreciate Trish as well. I mean, someone that came from the fitness modeling background and, started as a manager. Then she started wrestling,
Yeah.
took some time and everything, took her bumps in the road, but she wasn't afraid to go out there and compete. And because of that, she's going to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame next month. And
Yeah.
she's
I think that's amazing.
she.
I mean, like I said, I mean, she's probably the only female that the manager crossover that I can think of off the top of my head right now that I give total kudos to. I mean, she deserves it.
I'm definitely happy for her, and maybe she going from the modeling to the wrestling background. Maybe she set the ball high for the current ladies that just ain't able to live up, and WWE felt like, okay, we made Trish this, maybe we can make these other ladies this, and they don't need to be the next Trish Stratus, but at least take it seriously. At least show them that you want it. I mean, because that's what Trish had to do. I mean, that's what anyone had to do, and it's just, you people should know when they need a lot of work, and some of these ladies should know that they have a long way to go, and I don't know. Maybe the money comes in. Like I'm getting paid a lot of money doing less. I mean, I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
It's
that's what I like too. Is like there's a couple of the Shimmer girls down in what the hell is that, FCW, and Sarah Del Rey's down there.
Yeah.
Helping train. Sarah Del Rey is an amazing wrestler. Amazing. I stepped in the ring with her once, and that was in April of '03 when we were at the Cauliflower Alley Club. And that was we did a three-way match with Sarah Del Rey. Her name was Nikki back then, and then cheerleader Melissa and myself. But I mean, she's an amazing wrestler, and I know she's helping train the girls down there and everything. Kudos to her, man. I mean, she can teach them a lot, and that's awesome. And I mean, and like I said, Shimmer is like full of talent. It's great. That's I love going. I look forward. Well, I've only been there twice. I was back in there October 18th, 19th of 2008, and then just this last October, what was it, like the 28th, 29th, and everything. But it's just, I mean, amazing. They got the Joshi girls. I mean, they got talent from all over the world. Saraya Knight, love her. I just like she's kind of like a Stone Cold Steve Austin female. I mean, I just love the different styles of wrestling that they have to offer there. The women work hard for what they do there. No, I mean, it's pretty much you put your full effort there, and that's what I love about the indies. Especially like Shimmer. Because it's like you're trying to you're doing your best. You want to move up those ranks. And Shine, I haven't been down to Shine, but I mean, they use some of the Shimmer girls down there, and then they have, the other girls, and I know quite a few of them, and I love them. They love the business, and that, I mean, they put forth that effort to put nothing but the best into their matches. That's what I love about Shine and Shimmer. The women there can work, and they're just great people.
I've been watching Shimmer for a few years now. Mostly through clipwrestle.com, the downloads and everything. I check out the matches. I check out this wrestler named Kana. She's from Japan. Oh my goodness, these Japanese wrestlers can work. I mean, they've been doing they've been doing things like I never seen Americans do. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you go to Japanese wrestling, people, you better be. They're gonna put you to work. They're gonna put you to work, no doubt about it. Before I let you go, Miss Natural, why don't you go ahead and promote your links, social network links, how people can get in touch with you?
Yeah, right now on my Facebook, I'm under Heather McQuinn, parentheses Patera. Also on Twitter, I never know my dang Twitter handle. I think it's Miss Natural 2000. Pretty much that's it. I mean, you can catch me in Metro Pro Wrestling in Kansas City. We've got TV in that area. I mean, Shimmer, I believe Shimmer is going to be doing an IPPV. I think that's a New Jersey one. I believe, I want to say. You got Sassy Stephanie on next, right?
Yeah, actually, I've already interviewed her. I've interviewed.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah. See, I was going to say you might want to double check on that IPPV because I think they're doing the New Jersey, the WrestleCon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're doing that as an internet pay-per-view, which is going to be amazing because it's, I believe, Cheerleader Melissa against Saraya Knight for the Shimmer Women's title in a cage match. So that's going to be fabulous. That's going to be one not to miss. Yeah, I mean, catch me, anywhere in the 10 Midwestern states right now, and hopefully Canada soon.
Canada, eh? That's
okay. I pretty much live in Canada. You know, I live in Minnesota, so.
Yeah, Canada by association or affiliate.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, Miss Natural, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Thank you so much. I've always had fun interviewing you and your passion and your laughs and how you becoming a pastor and
right.
Yeah. Reverend Natural. Ow. I mean, yes.
Natural.
Yeah, I think that's how announcers should pronounce you from now on. Like coming into the ring, Miss Natural. Ow.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. I think I'd bust up laughing.
Yeah,
I probably would. I laugh really easy out there, so.
Yeah, if you're a heel wrestler, that's probably gonna be difficult. But if you're a baby face, I mean, it's okay.
Yeah. No, I'm starting to enjoy being a baby face in some areas. So, like, usually when I'm up in Minnesota, I'm a baby face because I've been around for, 13 years. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, like, being a baby face. I wear my Buzz Lightyear jacket out to the ring.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen that. I definitely have seen that. To infinity and beyond.
Yes. Oh, it's great.
All right, so you have a good night. You're always welcome on the show anytime. You know, just let me know, message me, tweet me, whatever, and I'll have you back on as you wish.
Definitely. Yeah, I had a pleasure talking. I won't bash women's wrestling as much. I love wrestling, so.
Yeah.
I'm a harsh critic.
Hey, we need people like Miss Natural. That's just calls it when you see it. I mean, I see nothing wrong with what you said. I mean, some good people, God bless them. They just need a lot of work. You know, I'm a fan. Hey, that's all I'm gonna say from a fan's perspective.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what? It's like, I've been in this business, around this business for 13 years, and I still need. There's always room for critiquing, even anybody and everybody in this business. It doesn't matter how old or how young. You never stop learning.
I definitely hear you. You have a good night, Miss Natural.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Have a good night.
All right, bye-bye. That was Miss Natural joining me here on the 100 show of Triple Threat Wrestling Radio. My fourth and final guest is